Hello, welcome to the Saturday stream. It's March 16th, 2024. It's 12:44 p.m. Welcome to Raven, Puppy Doll, Neo Zero, Monty, Thunder Bagel, Blues, Penis Madness Girl, Neckaway, Monday. Thank you for subscribing for 29 months. Halcyon Vibes, Laura, Captain Sheepy, and Mage. Hi, Cerebro. Seems like this music's too quiet now. Oh, I will hydrate. Thank you.
Monday 14-hour Woogle.
Glue. Thank you for subscribing for 23 months, Greedra. And welcome. She is creaking. I'm all fucked up. Glue. How are y'all doing today? I'm a little bit stressed out because of upcoming significant life changes that are going to be very different. And maybe impact my free time significantly, so I'm a little bit nervous. But I'm trying to stay brave and positive about it. She's buying a boat. Yeah, I'm buying a pontoon boat. I'm gonna live on the pontoon boat. Hello, Doro. Welcome. Gruffalo. It's a positive change, but it is very scary. Hello, Marigold. Welcome. Yeah, I'm going into the cocoon. See you later. I'm going to be like, what's her name? Ume Aoki's little surrogate on Hinamari's sketch. Hold on one second. I gotta like get up and blow my nose real quick. Give me just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Well, you know, beautiful springtime seems to actually be here, hopefully, which I'm very happy about, because I hate the winter time. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so depressing. I hate it. I cannot stand it. Every year, I think, in the winter, I'm like, I'm gonna move to fucking Southern California. I'm moving to Ecuador. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I hate this. But then springtime comes and I forget about it until the next winter. March is the snowiest month here, which makes it very happy. I hate snow. Hello, Rhea. Oh, Bullfango. What even is Bullfango? Where does that even come from? Winter is horrid. I agree. Winter is an intended mechanic? What do you mean? Does the equator go through Ecuador? I think so, right? Sweet Bullfango. What a stupid name for a creature. Imagine if a bunch of European people came and then named your territory some stupid shit about the middle of the planet. Your name isn't stupid. Thank you for cheering me on. She's pissed off. Me? I'm not in the greatest mood, honestly. I'm stressed out, like I said. I've had too much caffeine, and I'm just piling more on right now. Thinking about all the shit that I have to do. I've been playing Final Fantasy 11. Oh, thank you for the stretch. I was kind of already stretching. I'll go double stretch then. I enter rage mode with 2 coffees. Wizard Rage. I've been enjoying playing Final Fantasy 11 a lot, under the tutelage of Washa and Monday and Solai, who are mentoring me very well. That game is absolutely incredible. It's like one of the best games. It's very tedious and very slow, especially because we're playing on a private server that has, like, I guess the modern version of the game just lets you teleport all over the fucking place. In this game, if you want to get somewhere, it's going to cost you money or you're going to walk. And it's going to take a long time. The first grinding spot that we ever did took 25 minutes real time to walk to from the starting city, which was pretty incredible. The tedium is a feature. It's awesome. I agree. I'm not as big of a fan of the tedium in the missions, like, but getting to grinding spots and just like walking around taking forever is amazing. Hey, Skeleton Witch. Skeleton Witch has also been there. Not already. Skeleton Witch just got here. Has been also playing, and Cerebro. There's a lot of people on there. It's very fun and exciting. I got my Chocobo license, and now I can ride Chocobos around, which makes the game much faster. And the Chocobos are very cute in that game. Hello, Hudson. Sorry about the coughing. Getting Chobo is huge. Huge. Gao afternoon. Gao. I haven't even been to Jeuno yet. I'm just doing the 3 cities mission on foot. You know, Cerebro, I kind of like that it almost feels like you are role-playing as your character, as like a Mithra thief. When you just kind of tagged along on that mission where Solai forced me to come into some ruins, and then I died, and she teleported my corpse onto a thing that made a door open. You didn't even need to be there, you just came there for fun. That was fun. Hello, G-Pool and Chubu55 and Baxter Crook. They are cute. Not as cute as in 14, but very good. I don't even know if I ever saw a Chocobo in 14. I mostly saw people driving around in like Rolls Royces and stuff. Weird little cars. You ain't need a piece of paper from the government to tell you could get on no damn bird. So true. You know, I was listening to a Buck Owens playlist, who is like a classic country singer, while I was fishing in Final Fantasy XI, and as I was returning from my fishing trip, there was a song that came on that was about getting busted by a game warden for fishing without a license, and I was like, wow, soy point. Put a Rolls Royce on your throne. You just need to offer one as a prize for your next tournament. What else? While I was playing that, I was watching Super Great Friend play through Saw 2 Flesh and Blood, which was extremely funny. I think that might be one of the funniest games I've seen in quite a while. The game is really, really stupid on like an unbelievable scale. Hello, 8 Lives. Welcome. Spyware marketing has become so sophisticated. I know, right? I love him increasingly giving up on the video tiles. Yeah, the last title being like Saw 2 Part 9 .mp4 or something like that. Kudos to him for actually finishing that game, because it looked very, very tedious and annoying to actually play it. Was watching him play through Doom 3 VR recently. I like when he plays VR games and he tries to kiss every NPC in the game. It's fun. I'm in less of a bad mood now. But I need to take a shower today. Reeking. Not really. But I do want to take a shower. Nah. Well, I suppose we can go ahead and start the game now. We're gonna try and do the finale of Pseudoregalia. I don't know what that entails. We needed to get 5 keys to open, I don't know, some kind of door. But I don't know how much of the game is behind that door. I guess it could very well just be a boss fight and then the end of the game or something, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't know anything. I wish that my nose was not so plugged up. Alright. Pseudo intellectual dot aim E3. Game? Here we are. I guess I could be a little smaller. Oh man, my voice is all fucked up. Ugh. Well, let's see what happens. It seems so weird that like the UI is so like jazzed up, but like when you select stuff in the main menu, there's just like a yellow rectangle around it. We want to go to where am I? I want to go back this way. Become smaller. Become smaller beam. No! Do you know about power? Like power of government? The 1920s movie theater font is a choice. It makes me think of like Skullgirls. It is very strange. Nobody wants to think about Skullgirls. Alright, so I think that like the next thing that we needed to do is to go here. Art Deco. I guess it could make you think of BioShock. Bimbo Shock. Art Deco is cool. I prefer Art Nouveau. Skullgirls was the has-been hotel of its day. That's a pretty funny statement. Wasn't there, didn't I like knock down something? Oh yeah, is it that up there that would let me get up onto the roof more easily? God, I'm so sorry about my fucking little gritty ass voice today. Oh yeah, it's up here, right? I suppose I'm supposed to kick off between these. No! What? Oh yeah, that's right, I have another air kick now. I completely forgot about that. And now... Stop it. Oh my god. Civil. Pancake. Yeah. Am I going in the right direction? I thought that, like, maybe I was mistaken. I gotta get up to there, right? Ugh, time trial. No, thank you. Want none of that. Wretched business. Okay, so, or do I just take this now? No. Amazing hops. Thank you. I feel like this game got significantly better as I got more abilities. Like, I don't know, just got more interesting to play. Oh! So true. Thank you, Bep, for 9 months. How are you doing today? That was a very good message. I'm surviving. That's good. Message to all Beps. Survive. Alright. Keys. Now, what do you bet we get some horrible, evil final platforming challenge? I will fall for you. Fall for? A car fight. I got a bunch of bullshit logs, but also 2 stacks worth 50k each. That's awesome. How much? How long did that take compared to? Whoa, distorted memoy. Compared to fishing for the same fish for several hours. Ooh, cool. Hey, that's pretty neat. Oh, it's a boss fight. Oh boy. I like that she's got vertex lighting. It makes it pretty easy to tell where she's at. Okay, I can't deflect that. I just can't. Oh yeah, I have to lock on. Weird. The lock on camera, kind of strange. Pardon? What am I doing? Oh, it's near now? Oh, this is so annoying. Man, I hate the combat in this game. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think that it sucks ass. I really wish this game just did not have combat at all. I think that the game would be way better for it. Okay, what just happened? Like, kind of hard to see what's happening on this thing. What was that? There's like these little blue things floating in the air. Can I do anything with these? Like, can I knock them around or delete them or anything? Oh, you can stop her from doing that? That was a good few hits there. Uh-oh. Stop that. I was hoping I would get there in time and just stop her from doing it. I think that's the only instance we've seen so far in this game of attacking an enemy, stopping them from doing something. In case I'm mistaken, or unless I'm mistaken. Okay, I got hit by that. I like her design. She's pretty cool. Huh? What was that? Am I like kicking off of the sconce or something? Huh? What? What's going on? What am I even kicking off of? Let's just not get hit by that one. Oh, or just back jump into it because I was not paying attention to the controls. Okay, I needed like a little breather. Hey Angel Guts, welcome. Her hat, music loud. Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I did not need combat in this game. Yeah, me neither. I think that it's like a net negative. The combat feels unfinished, even. Like, it just does not feel like suited to the game at all. And it feels just like weightless, you know? Like, she actually does get staggered. That's like a first for this game. Stop it. Oh my god. It's okay. I forgot she does that at the end. Get out of the way, because the balls are coming. Okay. What? Why did that happen? Stop bouncing. Oh, don't do that. Yay! Right. We did it. Not really the kind of person you want to hang out with, right? I barely remember what she was really like at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. You're probably wondering who I am? Honestly, I don't really know anymore. Nobody's special, I guess. But then, that's the whole reason you're here, right? I get it. I can't just hide here forever and pretend I don't exist. I'm sure I'll find something worth being awake for. Maybe I'll finally get into photography. This world's got cameras? That'd be nice, I think. So, thanks, Goat Bunny Cat Lady. Sybil? Got it. I'll make sure to write it down as soon as I wake up. I don't want to forget you, too. I'm sure you've got someone else to help out, right? So, yeah, thanks. Take care, Sybil. At the end of the game? Wow, it really was just the final boss, and then the game ended. Is there any kind of like a alternate ending or anything? Man, if you guys told me this last time, I could have just finished the game. It's actually a pretty small game. Oh, only one ending. Did I greet you, Monty? I hope so. Oh, it was a pretty, like, compact game, I guess. Which is a strange thing to say considering the level design is quite sprawling. Slurpable. Um, hmm. Strange game. Hey, Farmsteads. Like, I think that the aesthetics were like really strong in this game. Like I thought that just the environments and like the atmosphere and the music was cool. I just kind of liked going around in all the rooms and stuff because they just looked so nice. I feel like the movement. I mean, I know it's like an acquired taste, but the movement just did not click with me a lot of the time. Like I felt like I was really like fighting against the movement systems to do what I wanted often. I don't know. Probably easier if like I also don't think I'm really like the target audience for this type of game because I'm not super into like tight like high mobility type of platformer games. Like I do enjoy it and I enjoyed like Celeste and stuff like that as well, but it's not like my passion. I'm not like a super crazy into that kind of stuff, but it did feel pretty good when the controls cooperated and I felt like I was just kind of like playing naturally. It did feel really good to play, but there was a lot of times where I was questioning if I was really moving the way that I was supposed to. Like all those times where to get to a ledge that it seemed like I had to get to progress, I had to like wall kick 3 times and then just barely grab onto the ledge. It was like kind of weird. I don't know. And the combat was just I just don't think that it was good. I guess maybe they felt like they had to put it there to liven up the world a little bit, which is like understandable, but and I do like the addition of like the weird like lightning ball fingers and like the little tuba guys. I guess those are like sousaphones maybe. Um like they oh, there's like a little bug outside. Oh, it's gone now. Anyway, they like added like some pretty important spice I feel like just to the levels cuz I think if there was like nothing kind of like moving around in the levels, it would have been a little sterile in spite of how like beautiful the environments looked. But I just feel like the combat as it was in the game just didn't really work. And it was really weird that there was 2 boss fights in the game. I was kind of like expecting there was going to be like one per area or something, but there just weren't. There was like that initial boss that you get right when you get the weapon, and then there's the final boss. And neither of those fights felt super great. Like the final boss was like okay. It wasn't too hard. Um and it had like a decent number of like little tricks to keep keep you guessing and trip you up and stuff. And it did actually feel okay for once because she actually did get staggered like out of attacks, which is a first because most of the other enemies in the game, if you go up and hit them, they will just continue walking and walk into you and you'll take damage. It was just like really weird. That didn't feel right. it made it feel kind of unfinished almost. Um, and I felt like the level design was kind of weird. Like I already said this while I was playing the game, but like I feel like there's not really a great sense of like continuity. And I'm not even talking about like between zones, but like between rooms. You know, I had a hard time establishing kind of like a mental map of the game because it kind of felt like none of the rooms had any relation to each other. It was like you could have just as easily had the doors be like a teleport to a separate like instanced room, and it would have been basically the same effect as like the smooth loading between rooms that we had. I just like I never learned the layout of any area, with like a couple of exceptions, just because everything felt like so disconnected. Like any room could be connected to any door, and you wouldn't like know the difference really. So it's kind of weird in that regard. And it's so strange for a game like this with such a focus on navigation, um and like complex interconnected layout, to never really get a sense of like how things are connected. You know, like Symphony of the Night, or like found my way around that game, and like Kingsfield 2. That's like a large and complex game with like interconnected environments, but like there's like a sense of like landmarks and like continuity and like flow to the way that the areas are designed that like made it not too hard to find your way around. But I never reached that point with this game. I don't know. It's strange. So I don't know, and I don't even know what they could have done to change that. I don't know. Sometimes it's good to have one mechanic that's bad, and most games have bad mechanics, you know. That's why it's so maze brain defeating, the sense of disconnection between the rooms. I would agree with that. Because I mean, even like Hell Knight, you know, that game, that is a very simple game in graphical style. But like just the way that the areas were laid out in that game, like it wasn't too hard to kind of like learn your way around. But they also weren't super complex either. Like the areas in Hell Knight were like not super complicated in their layout, but like everything looked the same in those games. But I only ever really had to use the map for like making sure like a couple turns in advance of where I was going, or like trying to pick out exactly which door I was trying to get to in an area. So it's not even a limitation of like simple graphics or something. Or like Kingsfield 1. This is something I was thinking about constantly. Can I just like boot that up? We can like I can show you like what I'm always talking about with all this level design shit that I'm always going on about. Yeah, I beated the game, Rhea. I just went directly to um I went directly to the final boss. I thought there was going to be like a platforming trial, but it was just the boss. And I won. Maybe a variety of wallpapers would help every room feeling like they could go anywhere. I don't really know. So I'm like I'm criticizing without really knowing how to fix that. And maybe it's down to something about the movement. I think that maybe like the first person perspective of Kingsfield um maybe affects like how you internalize the environment and stuff. It's crazy to me that Kingsfield 1 is 5.5 megabytes. Can you believe that? One of the most like banger games on the PlayStation is 5.5 megabytes in size. Hello, Gigas. I'm sorry I started calling you Bullfangography. That's okay. All is forgiven. How you doing? Some of those maybe expanded game project growing pains. That is true. And I know that it's a game only made by one person, right? This is like one of those one person games. I always feel bad because I feel like I'm so hard on indie games, and a lot of them are literally made by one person. But I don't know. I just get so grumpy. Oh, God, I hate the things that they've done to Windows Explorer in Windows 11. You can't just like open a zip file or like open a folder and drag a folder from inside of it to the little title URL bar and drag it into a higher folder. Why do they do that? Why? So weird. I think you also have to focus a lot on just getting from one side to another. So you're distracted from thinking about the overall layout. One side to another? Like of the entire map? I becoming a strange individual because I had a can of tuna for lunch and it said it was chunk tuna on the label. When I opened it was flakes? Flakes? What do you mean? Flake? Tuna? Like from one side to the other of each individual room for the non-tiny rooms. Oh yeah. Here, let me get... It's kind of funny that I'm using Kingsfield 1 as an example for this, because I did get terribly, terribly lost early on. In Kingsfield 1, just because I missed a hallway. It wasn't because of the layout, it was because I personally missed a hallway and just didn't see it. Because I walked right past it, it was like right near the beginning of the game. Alright, let's get this loaded. Kingsfield 1, I hope it's not loud. It seems pretty loud. Sorry about that, folks. I got extremely lost in Kingsfield 1, so I am shook that this is the good design example. You do get a map in Kingsfield, though, don't you? Look at that. Oh, beautiful world of Kingsfield 1. Still loud? Just like it. Flake tuna is when they take subpar cuts of tuna and chop them into tiny, tiny flakes so you can use it as a spread for a sandwich or something. Oh, sounds gross. Hello, Amos. What are you doing? That's crazy loud. Anyway. Yeah, that song is awesome. Yeah, but you have to find the maps. Oh, it's so loud. Maybe it's only loud for me. Yeah, you know, that's all well and good. We already know this. I played this game like 3 years ago. Remember having to navigate level 4 and 5 without a map for a while? Whatever the level is that has the rooms that are like a spoke and hub kind of layout, that is actually pretty fucked up level design. I have to play Mon Hun. I just wanted to apologize for my wretched behavior of comparing you to those pigs. Are they from Monster Hunter? Wow, I forgot how slow you turn in this game. Incredible. But look at how simple this game is in its design. Like right off the bat. There's like I don't know, something about the use of these different textures. Like, they're super grainy and they're super low res. They're literally just like a small texture tiled over a large surface. There's like a really good sense of like delineated space that gives you like an idea of where these things are in relation to each other. So you can kind of like chunk the map into smaller bits. Oh yeah, circle is to open the door in this game. There's like this door. So you know, wooden door associated with wooden room with like some furniture in it. Is this where the skeleton is? Yeah, so we don't want to deal with that guy because we're not here to kill. We're here to look around. And there's like this fire here, fireplace. So like already there's like all these little details and stuff like these torches and like this little narrowing between these rooms and the slight difference in the heights of the floor in this big ass room. Like all this stuff is like, it's very minimal, obviously, but it's memorable. Like I think that this stuff is like pretty memorable, and I feel like it really helps to chunk the game so that you can remember where stuff is. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but this is like minimal ass level design and minimal geometry. There's like almost nothing going on here, but I find this stuff so memorable that I, like, in my mind, sometimes just walk through the first level of Kingsfield 1 and just like, I can remember the layout. I couldn't do that with Pseudoregalia at all, like, you know? And it is entirely possible that it is the perspective and like the movement speed, because when you're slow and in first person, you have to like, you know, you have a lot more time to consider your environment and think about it, and this game is really slow. Like this path leads to all the scorpions, and there's like a long ass winding path that leads to some bullshit that you need to progress. And there's like this wooden door that has the little church where you can save your game, and it's like pretty easy to remember that because it's at a junction here. And there's also stuff like this arrow trap. That's unique. That's like not anywhere else on this floor, so it's easy to remember. The arrow trap is right across from where you save your game, and you're not thinking about slide dashing into wall jumps into wall run. I wonder if it is down to the movement speed. And we have like, you know, this hallway. It's basically the same as the first hallway we were in, but we have like, you know, these inset spaces in the wall that give you a little bit of variety. There's a step over here. You know, there's like an elevation change. That's not nothing. It's something you notice when you're moving slow. And you have like some little side rooms with these mysterious doors. They're just like a rock slab. You got snakes, graveyard. I mean, it's like so minimal, but you can also remember this stuff by the enemies in the areas. And obviously I'm not going to ask Pseudoregalia to add like a ton of unique enemies like this game has, but just like the enemies in the area can also be a like a monument that helps you to navigate. And look at this, like these textures. This is like clearly a completely distinct area, and it's like way easier to remember like blue tunnels. Oh, that's off of the snake and graveyard room. I do remember getting a little lost in this area in particular. We got Roper. Ebert, nowhere to be found. Oh, I can't get past them though. Anyway, I don't know. This is my example of good level design at its like absolute most minimal, I guess. Maybe it doesn't really make sense if you're not playing the game, but I would recommend everybody play Kingsfield 1 because it's amazing. If you want to play like a launch title PlayStation 1 game that is like very fascinating. If you can deal with extreme tedium and mind-melting mazes. There's scorpions. People will tell you this game's really hard. It's really not. You can die unexpectedly though. You get poisoned or something. Look out. Uh-oh, yeah, like that. I got poisoned. There's also stuff like these holes in the floor. Those are landmarks. Look, I'm about to die. I said this game wasn't hard and I'm already about to die from poison. I was careless. Yep, that's what happens. Anyway, that's the end of that weird lecture. I'm always on about this shit. Germs was awesome for that. Yeah, Germs, like, you know, you actually kind of had to find your way around the town in Germs. And it was, Germs, that's another great example. The graphics in Germs were super minimal. Everything was monochromatic in the city. When you were out of your office, out on foot in the city, everything was monochromatic, just like buildings. And that was super minimal, super primitive looking graphics. But just the relation of the size of the buildings and stuff and the layout of the streets and the different like points of interest that you have to go to, you will get a feel for like how to get around in that game. Like I had to check the map a lot, but certain stuff, certain like things that I would really frequently go to, it was not too hard to get around. Like, that was cool. Jesus Christ, this game is radioactive. What do you mean, Rhea? I am Bullfango? The mind-boggling guy. The textures in Kingsfield 1 is very good. Carbonated, good way to describe it. I kind of wish the Moonlight Sword didn't illuminate the area, because that effect was kind of ugly. In Kingsfield 1, I didn't even remember that. Germs 2 had a great sense of atmosphere and sense of place and tone. Yeah, with similarly minimal graphics. I don't know. I wonder if it really is just down to the movement speed. I'm realizing, like, you just have so much more time to consider your environment, but in Pseudoregalia, you're really, like, zooming in that game. Imagine if you could run around here in Pseudoregalia, though, and slide under the arrows. Yeah, all the buildings looked unique, even though they were all very simple. There's, like, a lot of unique architecture and stuff. Like, there was, like, some non-utilitarian kind of, like, architecture in Pseudoregalia that gave you some sense of place. But, like, I really struggle outside of, like, the very first area in the castle, where there was that big room that was shaped like a cross that had, like, I can remember there was, like, a time trial in one room off of there, and at one end of one of the spokes was two doors, and one of them led to that, like, atrium kind of area where there was a door out into the belfry, and above there was one that went somewhere else that I can't remember. And aside from that, it's really hard for me to remember where anything in that game is in relation to anything else. Like, I don't want to go on about this too much, but I don't know. With a game that is such a high focus on movement and exploration, and, like, has a complex map, it seems so strange that I can't remember where anything is in it. I don't know. Most of the time, the developer wants to hide obvious patterns in their designs to make the world feel natural, but when you embrace your player seeing through the game design, it's a way to communicate with them better. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Hey, Blues. Yeah, Pseudoregalia ended already. I basically just went and did the final boss fight, and then I started ranting about level design. I did like the game, though, overall, and I hope that that dev makes more games in the future, because I did like it. Especially love the graphics and the music, like, super awesome. I think that was, like, worth it alone, even if I was, like, kind of grumpy about the combat and navigation. I think the game was, like, super awesome. Um, Graphy rants are great. Well, I'm glad you think so, because I frequently go off on them. Instead of the light fading like normal when you equip the sword, it does this square shadow blocks vanishing thing in the distance, since it maxes out draw distance or whatever. Like, you're saying it's, like, rendering the light by tile? Or do you mean, like, I don't even remember this, because I last played that game like 3 years ago. I'm so excited for their future projects. Has that dev had any news about anything new? You know, while we're thinking about future stuff from devs, let's see what's going on with Graveless, the fucking Dark Souls, like, from the people who made Dread Out. Is there, I mean, any news about that? Still says coming soon. Their last update was for Chinese New Year 2024. Dread Haunt update. I think that Dread Haunt is their phasmophobia type of game. And they had a Christmas update, seasonal environment, and this seems to all just be for that game. Dread Haunt. Yeah, probably. I would expect that Dread Haunt is, like, their moneymaker right now. They're probably, like, selling, I don't know, DLC or... Wait, they're in early access? Huh. Well, they're probably focusing on that, because it seems like that kind of, like, crazy multiplayer game is like a easier sell because people love that kind of stuff like Phasmophobia and things like that. That's crazy. It's only $5. It's early access. I wonder if it's any good. It has positive reviews on Steam. I mean, it's digital happiness. How could it not be good? I get stressed out following dev updates. I don't want to hear anything until a game is out. What do you mean stressed out? I went to make a tasty dinner and I end up missing the Pseudoregalia ending. Shucks. It was pretty short. We had a boss fight and then there was like a little bit of text. And then the game was over. I kind of like a classic like game ending like that. Like you finish an NES game and it just says congratulations and then it just starts over or whatever. I go G-Pool Dizzy mode. Swelty too dizzy. Swelty too. I forgot I was playing Pathologic 2 at one point. I gotta get back to that game. That was awesome. That's like an ultimate fucking game right there. Anyway, we gotta play some Nier. We haven't done that in weeks. It's been too long. Alright, let me get set up for that. Oh man, my voice is so fucked today. Sucks. I gotta. Hello, Esper wife. Welcome. Have fun with the Nier. I'm avoiding spoilers for it. That's fair. Hope you have a nice rest of your day, Blues. What am I doing? Oh yeah, PS3. How much Nier do you have left now? I have no idea, honestly. I think that Monday said I was like 80% of the way through or something. Eep. HDMI. Monty, all those VSAV emotes that you were adding during the tournament were very good. I was happy to see them popping up. Oh no, the battery for controller 1 is low. You're telling me the robust controller battery of the PlayStation 3 controller that I bought 15 years ago is not holding up? Ooh, just in the nick of time. Alright, now where is the capture? Razor.